The Flint Hills is the continent's largest remaining tract of tallgrass prairie, and it's also one of America's great natural landscapes. As you travel on the 47-mile Flint Hills National Scenic Byway, you'll see sweeping horizons, waving seas of grass, and a wild, untamed character. It's a journey into the history of the American West. Council Grove is the northernmost point of the byway along Route 177. This historic old trail town sits at the crossroads of the Flint Hills National Scenic Byway and the Santa Fe Trail. Start your journey at the Kaw Mission State Historic Site. You'll find exhibits telling the story of the Kaw Indians, Santa Fe Trail, and early Council Grove. It's also the site of the powwow at the annual Washunga Day celebration. Other stops include Madonna on the Trail, one in a series of 12 monuments dedicated to the spirit of pioneer women across the United States. The Guardian of the Grove stands near the bridge on the scenic Neosho Riverwalk and honors the Kaw tribe. A traveler's favorite along the brick line downtown is the historic Hayes House Tavern and Restaurant, the oldest continuously operating restaurant west of the Mississippi River. Hike the Flint Hills Nature Trail east to the Alagawahu Heritage Memorial Park. Travel south and discover the Tallgrass Prairie National Preserve, nearly 11,000 acres of never-plowed tallgrass prairie. This historic ranch headquarters features a Second Empire-style mansion made of hand-cut native limestone, as well as an enormous 3-story barn. The Lower Fox Creek School, a traditional one-room schoolhouse, sits quietly on a nearby hilltop. If you're traveling along the Flint Hills National Scenic Byway in April, you may see something amazing. The Flint Hills go up in smoke. At dusk, the prairie landscape fills with smoke and fire. The burning of the old grasses clears last year's plant debris and promotes quick new growth. And in June, you can experience the Symphony in the Flint Hills, an annual outdoor concert series that moves each year to a different site of the Flint Hills, opening up what is typically private land to the public for one day. The Symphony in the Flint Hills honors the tallgrass prairie and plains heritage with music as big as the western sky. Next stop on the byway is Strong City. This small railroad town is famous for its annual summer Flint Hills Rodeo. The rodeo is one of the first and largest PRCA-approved rodeos in the nation. It attracts over 20,000 visitors in the first week of June and draws contestants from all over the world. Just 1 mile south is Cottonwood Falls, home to the historic Chase County Courthouse, the oldest operating courthouse in Kansas. Built in 1873 with native limestone and walnut, this Second Empire-style building is an architectural jewel. Don't miss Jim Bell & Sons Western Store, the Grand Central Hotel and Grill, and the Emma Chase Cafe, especially for summer Friday night fiddlin' and pickin'. Heading south, it's on to Matfield Green and the Pioneer Bluffs Historic District.
Don't you ever ask them why, if they told you you were cry.
The Flint Hills National Scenic Byway ends in Cassidy. On the first Sunday of each month, from March through November, motorcycles and their riders gather for breakfast at the Cassidy Bike Run. The Flint Hills are the last great swath of tallgrass prairie in the nation, so take your time and savor the beauty of the Flint Hills National Scenic Byway.